So I just stumbled across this concept called literate programming, and it totally switched up my view on how we approach coding.
Oh, that sounds intriguing. What's the basic idea behind it?
Well, it's this notion proposed by Donald Knuth that source code should be readable and understood by people first and foremost.
Wait, what? So instead of focusing primarily on the computer, you focus on human readability.
Exactly. It allows programmers to write code following the flow of their thoughts. That's wild, right?
Totally. I mean, imagine writing code like you're telling a story. How does it actually work in practice?
So, a literate program combines explanations in natural language with code snippets. It reads almost like a book.
That's so cool. It's like having a conversation with your code. Do they provide examples or anything?
Yep, there's an example called hello.lit that demonstrates a simple hello world in C. It breaks everything down nicely.
I love that. So you can see the code alongside the explanations, right?
Right? And it makes things easier to understand and share. You're learning as you code.
That gives me chills. It sounds like a dream for educational programming. What languages can it support?
The cool part is it supports any language, plus it does syntax highlighting and pretty printing in HTML.
So it really caters to a wider audience. That's a game changer. Does it also help with errors?
Absolutely. It reports syntax errors right back to the corresponding line in your literate source. How convenient is that?
Wow, that's super helpful. It must save programmers a ton of time trying to trace back mistakes.
Exactly, and it even generates readable code for the target language, making it usable by others.
So it's like writing clean documentation while coding. That's brilliant.
Totally, and if you add text equations, it can support them with dollar notation too.
That opens a lot of doors for technical programming and documentation combined.
Right? And the structure encourages thinking logically and methodically about your code.
You know, it makes me think of how traditional coding can sometimes feel disjointed.
Exactly. And with literate programming, it's all about flow and clarity.
Have you tried using it yet? I wonder how it feels compared to conventional coding.
Not yet, but I'm eager to. The installation sounds manageable too.
It's made with the deprogramming language, right? That's interesting.
Yep. You install it along with the decompiler and package manager, then you're good to go.
That sounds straightforward, but what about editors? Do they have support?
Yeah. The micro editor supports Literate out of the box, plus there's a Vim plugin available.
That's awesome. It integrates well with existing setups. I might just give it a try myself.
You definitely should. The potential for collaboration and learning is huge here.
I can see how it encourages better coding practices and reduces ambiguity.
Right? And it keeps the programmer engaged in understanding the code's purpose.
It makes so much sense. This might be the future of how we teach programming, too.
Absolutely. The learning process could become so much more enriching.
And if we think about accessibility, it could bridge gaps for new learners.
Exactly. It's about inviting everyone to code, not just the tech-savvy.
So true. It really challenges our traditional ways of thinking about programming.
Definitely. And I want to see how it evolves. It's exciting where it'll go next.
Agreed. This is just the tip of the iceberg for what literate programming could achieve.
But wait until you hear what happens when we start sharing these methods more widely.
I can't even imagine. It'll push boundaries in ways we haven't thought of yet.
And to think it all started with a simple idea about making programs human readable.
It's a powerful reminder that clarity and communication are key, even in coding.
Right? I'm walking away with so much to think about, and I can't wait to dive into this.